Hey guys, back again. This will be video number 2, day 12 into Dentures. Feeling pretty good today. A few tender spots to be honest. In the mornings, first putting them back in. A little bit rough. Takes about half an hour to adjust. I suppose once they warm up, if you give them a rinse in some warm water first, it makes it a little bit easier. Today I'm kind of going to go over a bit more of my process and cost involved of getting the dentures. To start off, obviously I had the consultations and x-rays and photographs and everything taken. First consultation would have been about an hour talking to my dentist. She took x-rays and went over the good and the bad and what to expect and whatnot. That was I think it was about $120 for that consultation and x-rays and everything all up. From there, because I was interested in implants, she referred me to another surgeon friend of hers. So I went away from there and met with him about a week later for implants and a bit more information. Now the cost involved was about 45,000 New Zealand dollars, which quite frankly a lot of money. So I decided that wasn't really affordable and needed to go more the denture route. So would have been about a week later, eating an apple. I had an incisor, which didn't look great, but didn't look too bad either. Broke off at the gum line, and it made it quite painful and difficult to eat. A couple of days later I had a premolar break off at the gum line when I bit into a chocolate bar. So it wasn't too good either. After that it was definitely got rather difficult to eat. So about a week later I made another appointment with my dentist and went back and confirmed I wanted to go dentures. So from there they took impressions with a standard tray, pretty much the moulding of your mouth. Now they come in different size ranges. They're quite general, one size fits all type things, small, medium, large, extra large, etc. So they did that impression. Now I went for more of a rebase option. So instead of getting temporary dentures, which are just taken off a general tray and then going back 6 months or so later for permanent dentures, as some people would do, I chose the rebase. So what they did was they did the general impression, which cost about $230 for the impressions to be made. And another $130 per custom tray to be made from that. So they took those moulds away from my mouth, and I went back about a week later and got the custom moulds done for my mouth, which is more like a permanent denture fit. So that was the moulds I'd taken from the standard tray were then remade into a custom fit to my mouth at the time, with obviously existing teeth. So from that point, once everything's healed up, I go back and they cut about 80% of the existing gum line and whatnot off the dentures and put a new mould on into my mouth and remake the dentures in a day, essentially rebase them so they're a perfect fit and my permanent. So after that was done, I think about a week again went by and I went back for a wax try-in, which obviously when you have teeth in your mouth you can't try it in. It pretty much sits there on the tray and you get to have a look at it and decide on teeth colour if you're happy with what you've picked in and the shape and size of the teeth and everything like that. They took a bite record, which was about another $340, just to see where my teeth lined up and whatnot, for them to fit good and to be able to bite properly afterwards. After that was sent away back to the lab, and would have been a week later my dentures were ready and I was booked in for extraction. So this probably a total of a month gone by from my first consultation. So 12 days ago I had my teeth extracted, which cost $2,600 for the extractions, and I paid $1,560 for my completed dentures. And apparently about 2 months time, once my gum's healed and my mouth's kind of more to the shape it's going to be, I'll go back and I'll have the rebase done, which is going to cost me about $380, $400 odd dollars. But after that everything should fit quite nicely. So all up so far, I think we've spent about $6,000, and to have a perfect fit over the next 12 months, essentially there's a rebase of the 400 in a couple of months time, and then possibly another reline at a couple of $100, 12 months down the track if necessary. So all up you're looking about 6,000 NZ from start to finish for the custom trays and everything to be made, the bite records, the dentures, the extractions, the whole lot, which isn't really too bad a cost. Definitely a lot cheaper than going the implant route at the $45,000. Standard price here in New Zealand's anywhere from about 40 to 55 plus, depending on where you go and what you're after. Now I have definitely found some more appealing prices on implants, and there are essentially different options with the implants to go that can be a lot cheaper. I've had prices come through from India for all on four implant post top, 4 implant post bottom, and the hybrid retained dentures that the dentist screws in and fits to the implants, and that's a cost of 10,000 NZ, and approximately about another 6,500 for myself and my wife to spend 3 weeks in India while everything's taken care of, which is pretty good. Thailand, they're cheap, but they're still quite pricey. I have also found another surgeon here who can give me the implants, but more of a snap-in, so the implants are there, but they are removable by me, which from a prosthodontist point of view is better than the permanent retained fixed hybrids. So in one of my next videos I'll probably go over a bit more on the options of implants and different prices from different countries and options available, and how to actually shop around and potentially get implants for half the initial cost that you were expecting, possibly even less. I mean, if you're in the US, exchange rate wise, you could be looking at as low as 10,000 US to get implants done in New Zealand over a space of maybe a 3-week holiday as well, and even cheaper in India, equivalent of Thailand. But I'll go further into that in some of my other videos, and I might look at possibly why I ended up getting dentures and how I got there to start with, a bit more of a backstory. But for now, any questions, throw them my way. I'll leave my email in description. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you like. Cheers, bye.